others can't. No matter where you are, buying a new car has never been easier than at Mike Birch Ford in Blackshear and at MikeBirchFord.com. Right on the corner, right on the price. Stop the surge. Call Mike Birch.
And good morning to you. You're listening to the Big Dog, WIFO FM in Jessup, 105.5 on your FM dial. 4 minutes after 8 o'clock, 4 minutes after 8 o'clock on this Monday morning. And we do appreciate you tuned in to the Big Dog. And let's see here. It's now time for the world-famous Butch and Bob Show, brought to you by Mike Birch Ford in Blackshear, by Jessup Premium Stores located out here on the Waycross Highway. Also brought to you by Republic Services and by Murphy Builder Supply. By Murphy Builder Supply, located on Northwest Broad Street here in Jessup. And 4 minutes after 8 o'clock, almost 5 minutes. And good morning, Bob.
Good morning.
How you doing?
I'm good.
Good game of golf Saturday, huh?
No, not really. Parked the last hole, though. Did do that.
You did par the last hole. It's good to go out with a with a good.
Make you go back. But I had a good time.
You had a good time. Well, that's the most important thing, is having a good time.
The 12:30 group's a fun group to play with, so had a good time.
12:30 Saturday group.
12:30 Saturday group, all right.
Fun guys, huh?
Yeah. Good format. 19th hole's the best hole.
Go back into the clubhouse there and enjoy yourself. Talk about the game. Talk about how you played.
Right.
You know, how you can improve. Good shots you make. You always remember those good shots, you know. I know that golfers like you and me make so many bad shots. We cherish those good shots.
I played with Paige McCray and Raymond Brown. I told Paige McCray if I hit the ball like him, I'd play every day.
Well, Paige has been playing a long time.
I know, but I'm just
But
telling you,
and he's also taking lessons.
watching him play was fun. But if I could hit the ball like that, I'd play every day.
You would? You play every day?
Every day.
Every day.
Yeah.
You go out there and play every day.
I asked if it ever gets boring, fairway green putt.
Yeah.
Fairway green putt. That'd be nice. I'd like to get there one day.
Well, I've always said that, playing in the fairway is for winners.
Play Army golf,
Left, right. Playing in the woods and the sand traps in people's backyards. That's a challenging golf right there. I mean, all this easy stuff down the fairway and chipping it up on the green and, parring with a couple of putts. I mean, anybody can do that. It's playing that Army golf.
It's got to be fun though to play like that. I said, I just want to watch like that. Nice to just do that one time.
Yeah. Well, I don't get my money's worth unless I figure it takes at least 100 and something strokes to play. I get my money's worth,
I just was impressed with my par on 18.
Your par. How far was it from? About 4 feet, 5 feet, 3 feet?
I think the putt was about 5 feet.
5 feet?
That was how I got there. Like I said, I can't ever get over the ditch, so I hit short of the ditch. And I hooked the second shot all the way over, but it got over the water.
Oh, it did?
Unfortunately, but it was
Got over the water.
way left. I thought I was out of bounds, but I said, nope, you're not out of bounds there. So then I hit an 8-iron onto the green and made the putt. So that's good.
You had to use an 8-iron just from the side of the green?
I was way.
You were way over there.
Yeah,
Okay,
I was
way
over there.
close. All right.
I was in the trees.
Oh, in the trees. All right.
But I had a shot, so just got lucky. But that's a good way to end the day with a par. They want to go back.
So you can go to the clubhouse and celebrate and talk to everybody about your par.
The rest of the day was just a bar. Yeah, right. Go in there and just brag. I parred the last hole.
Hey, I parred that last hole, yeah. So I tripled the bogey at the 3 before that, but I parred the last.
The course is in great shape. I said it's good course.
Yeah.
But I like that 12:30 group, and I said it's a lot of fun. So got to play the last 2 Saturdays. Played better last Saturday than I played this Saturday, but it is what it is. And I said just very inconsistent, but it's still fun. It beats work.
It beats work. A bad day on the golf course is better than any good day at work, right, Bob?
Exactly.
Exactly. All right. Unless you're broadcasting a state playoff game. Now, that's pretty exciting right there. Yeah, that's pretty exciting.
I'd rather be there.
And this upcoming football season is going to be very exciting to broadcast, isn't it?
That and the softball.
And the softball
should be good.
Yeah, girls softball will be broadcasting the home games and, of course, the football games in town and out of town. Somebody just texted in, Bob, and they want you to answer this question. Remember, folks, if you have any questions or comments here for us on the world-famous Butch and Bob Show, you can always text us. We can't answer the phone because we're on the air, but you can text us at 912-427-3711. Remember, if you're driving, pull over. Don't text and drive. At 912-427-3711. Our main studio and business line is text enabled. And you can text us with questions, comments, maybe something's going on that you'd like for us to tell folks about. We'll be glad to do that for you. But it says, Bob, the question is, who plays with a Titleist 3 in your group? Tell them to stop hitting it into my backyard. On number 5.
Titleist 3 golf ball?
Titleist 3 golf ball in your group that keep hitting into their backyard and it's on hole number 5.
I have no idea.
You have no idea who's in your group that hits a Titleist 3 that keeps hitting into this person's backyard.
It's a different group every time. We flip teams.
That's right. You flip teams all the time. Unless they looked out there and saw it was y'all 4.
I've only played the last 2 practice.
But somebody with a Titleist 3 that plays at 12:30 on Saturday keeps hitting the ball into somebody's backyard on number 5.
I'm trying to think what number 5 is. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4. I'm not sure.
I don't know if the house is around the green or maybe it's halfway down where a person shanks the ball or whatever the case may be into the backyard on the drive.
I have no clue. But that's part of living on a golf course. I mean, that's just part of it, isn't it? I mean, I know people that live on a golf course, they find golf balls in their yards all the time.
Oh yeah, all the time. If you live along the golf course, you're gonna find golf balls. I used to play quite a bit when I lived up in Aiken, South Carolina. When I had 2 golf groups that I played with. One was the fun bunch. I mean, we went out there and we had a great time. Let's just put it that way. We had a large time for the 18 holes that we played. And then I had my other golf group, which was my church buddies. We had a good time, but it wasn't like the party group, okay? And so we had 2 different groups that I played with, and I played on I hadn't played much since I moved to Jessup, but I used to play quite a bit up in the 80s. And we had a good time. But I had one guy that we played with that his goal was to find more balls than he lost. And if he went into the woods, if he hit in the woods, he'd spend more time than he should trying to find balls. But man, he'd come out of that thing with an extra 15 balls by the end of the 18 holes. Somebody just texted in, Bob, have you heard that Jacob Eason may look to transfer if Jake Fromm wins the starting job? Have you heard that?
No, but it wouldn't surprise me. But that's just somebody starting a rumor mill early.
Of course they start the rumor mills, Bob. They just slap something there on the social page, on any social page, and then people say, "Oh, that could be true. Somebody put it on the doggone social page."
A story, yeah. There's all kinds of stories circulating out of, and a lot of people don't realize, but Bryce Ramsey was going to transfer, decided to stay. So the rumor got out early that since Bryce Ramsey's going to stay, and they've got another scholarship quarterback on the roster besides Fromm and Eason, that they would redshirt Fromm and play Eason. So that's another story being circulated. But Fromm's so talented, I doubt he wants to be redshirted. So it's going to be interesting. I said this last year, and I still stick to my guns on this.
Right.
Eason was recruited by Mark Rick. He was not recruited by Kirby Smart. Jake Fromm was recruited by Kirby Smart. In fact, Fromm was committed to go to Alabama when Kirby Smart was still at Alabama. When Kirby Smart took the job at Georgia, he got Fromm to decommit from Alabama and come to Georgia because Kirby recruited him the entire way. And I told people that's who Kirby wants to run his offense is Jake Fromm, not Eason. I got so frustrated with him not playing Grayson.
That's what I'm saying. Why didn't he play Grayson?
Because he fell to the political pressure. I told you, it was just political pressure.
You had an experienced quarterback there that was so much better than Eason.
Blah, 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 whatever. But I'm everybody knows who listens to the show. I'm not an Eason fan at all.
No, we all know that.
I think he's very inconsistent. He's very erratic. I don't see him as a team leader. I'm very high on Jake Fromm myself. I've watched him through high school. I saw him in the spring game. I think he's definitely, to me, the better quarterback of the two. But
now, is he like 6'2"? Does he have a good arm?
I'm not sure. He's from, I call him Jake Fromm from State Farm. The kid can play. And like I said, I was very impressed. But, like, and everybody points out to me, look, he did play Easton was with the ones against the ones. Fromm was the two against the twos in the spring game, so you can't really get much out of the spring game. But I'm just saying, Kirby Smart. I just know how recruiting goes. If Kirby Smart comes to your house and wants you to decommit from Alabama and come to Georgia, where he's going, don't you think there's a conversation why you're coming to Georgia? Why would you?
I want you to be my number one quarterback.
To be my quarterback. That's what I truly believe deep down. And I think before it's said and done, halfway through the season, I think you'll see Jake Fromm as the starting quarterback at Georgia, unless Easton gets off to a tremendous start.
Right. Well, you think that Easton would be the starting quarterback? Everybody thought that what people were doing was grooming him to be the starting quarterback and just letting Lambert go to the side.
Easton's got the pedigree. Like I said, his dad was an NFL quarterback as well. But like I said, I think part of the reason I don't like Easton so much is because of the fact that, like I said, Grayson, I'm just a
Grayson should have had the starting position.
I'm a big Grayson Lambert fan, class act kid from just at Georgia. So, like I said, that's part of it. But watching the Easton kid all last year,
you didn't see much
every now and then he wows you with the long throw.
Every once in a while.
As far as accuracy, consistency, leadership ability, I didn't see it. Okay. So I'm just not a big Jacob Easton fan.
Well, we'll see what happens in August and see.
Jake Fromm starts day one. It would tickle me to death. And if Easton transferred, I wouldn't lose any sleep over it.
If Easton transfers, okay.
He can go back to the West Coast where he's from. Yeah. They'll play for USC or UCLA.
All right, let's go move on. Some other questions coming in here. People are texting us with questions or comments. Remember, you can do that. Text us at 912-427-3711. Someone said, don't forget boys baseball and girls softball all-stars are playing in the Lions tournament this weekend, and the boys head to district next week.
Next week, right. There's a dizzy team. There's all kinds of, I'm getting all that this week from the rec department on the dates and all that, but I said there's several teams played this past week as well. 2 Wayne County teams played in one division, and the one Wayne County team won the championship. Another midget team played in the tournament this weekend. Everybody's playing right now in tournaments. Right. All the districts and state gets underway eventually, so we'll have all that tomorrow. I said the big story today is the high school baseball banquet tonight at 6:30. Wade will be in time for the guest speaker. Going to be a big celebration, steak dinner, per diem provided. Tickets $15 at the door. So that's the big sports story today. It's the high school baseball banquet.
Ought to be a large evening tonight. What a season this team had.
Great celebration.
One the people will be talking about for 50 years.
They're still talking about it. I said you can't go anywhere without people talking about it. I said the bike riders across Georgia were talking about it. They had read about it and heard about it, saw the signs when they came in, still about the baseball. So,
did you see all those folks out there?
Yeah, I went to
tons of them.
I went to the high school that afternoon and talked to them. So I was just curious where they, I thought most of them were from Georgia, but talking to them, most of the bikers aren't from Georgia. I mean, there's a couple from Southern California. There's a couple from Arkansas. There's a couple from Florida. And they just plan it. Like I said, it's every 4 years. So they plan
it. Do they do it every 4 years, or just come through Jessup every 4 years?
I just asked people where they're from. Like I said, they had a little get together down there by the fountain that night.
Yeah, the depot.
A local band played, and that was fun. A lot of people showed up for that. But the school buses were coming through town, picking people up, and most of the restaurants were packed. I mean, the ones I saw were just full of people. So, but it was well organized. The tourist board does a good job.
They did a great job.
At the high school, they got a board up there that tells people what all's available, where to go, and then they have different bus rides where they take people. So it was just fun talking to them. It just struck me that most of the bikers weren't from Georgia. I thought, bike ride across Georgia, most are from Georgia, but most are from out of state.
Did you ever ask them? That would be my question. If you come back through again, I'm going to ask them, how does your behind take being on a bicycle for hours and hours at a time? Mine gets numb after 30 minutes.
I just asked them how they enjoyed their stay in Jessup, and most of them were enjoying their stay.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that was the next question to you, is how did they say they were treated in Jessup? Is it equal to or better than other communities they stay in?
They said they had 3 days of rain during the trip, so it was nice not to have any rain.
Right.
And it's that was the big story for most of the bikers. They start in Athens on that June 3rd, and the first 3 days of the bike ride, they pretty much rode in the rain. So they were just happy to be where there wasn't any rain. So, but it was amazing. The high school, the gym, the football practice facility, y'all. I mean, it was.
Yeah, they had them out in the parking lots.
I mean, it was
practice fields everywhere. They had them there.
It was something to see.
It's interesting seeing all those little small tents set up there in the practice field area. It looked like a whole bunch of little round things stuck up there, and it was just a whole bunch of small tents. Small tents so people can wrap them up and put them on the back of their bike.
I should ask them when I get to Brunswick how they get back to where they go. I mean, does somebody pick them up?
Somebody picks them up.
No, I guess that's how they do it.
Somebody picks them up.
Because I should have not riding all the way.
No, they're not riding all the way back to Athens. Somebody picks them up in some way, fashion, form, or another. Someone just texted in, don't forget Stets Bennett for, I guess, quarterback. Is that right?
He's not on scholarship.
He's not on scholarship?
He's a preferred walk-on.
He's at Georgia?
At Georgia.
He's a preferred walk-on at Georgia, and people are hoping that he will improve his skills and perhaps maybe get a scholarship.
We're talking about scholarship quarterbacks, and I said he's preferred walk-on, but Bryce Ramsey staying doesn't help him at all. I said the reason he went to Georgia is because everybody said Bryce Ramsey was transferring out, so
right.
He would be third.
Why don't you think Bryce transferred out to get a starting position, let's say, at a smaller school?
Either he just wants to stay in Athens, or I'm not sure. I said the story was he was transferring out. That was the big story, that Bryce Ramsey was transferring to go somewhere else, but at the last minute he's decided to stay in Athens.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah, I'm just wondering why he stayed. If he wants to be a starting quarterback, he needs to be at a smaller college somewhere. He can't transfer over to another large college, Division I college, but he can go down in classification and be a starter if he wanted to.
Well, the Bennett boy had 5 scholarship offers to go play starting quarterback at different colleges. He chose to go to Athens.
I wonder why he did that. Just wants to be a dog?
Just wants to be a dog. So
okay.
Kids make decisions. You don't know why they make it. You have to talk to the kids.
Mm-hmm.
But he had plenty of offers to go play. It's like Malik Jackson. When Malik Jackson left Wayne County, he had plenty of offers to go be a quarterback at colleges. But instead, he went to FSU because he wanted to be down there at FSU. So kids make decisions. Sometimes you just wonder why, but it's their decision.
Yeah, you wonder. You figure you can go to somewhere and be a starting quarterback, but instead of being
I say all the time,
a different position or a walk-on.
If you want to go play, go play.
Go play.
To me, it wouldn't be fun just sitting around on the bench.
Yeah. Find a college you can go play.
I would love to see Malik Jackson take one of those offers to go play quarterback.
Wouldn't that be nice to see him in college with his skills at a smaller college?
Down there at FSU, just barely getting on the field. Hasn't been fun to watch.
Do you think that Malik would have been a good option quarterback for Georgia Southern?
He would have been a great Georgia Southern.
I think he would have been great at Georgia Southern.
I mean, they had an offer on the table.
They did?
Cincinnati had an offer on the table. He had 4 or 5 offers to go play quarterback. Same thing with the Bennett kid. The Bennett kid, I mean, they begged him to go play quarterback at several colleges. They want him to, they penciled him as a starter if he go, but he decided to go as a preferred walk-on at Georgia. So, kids make decisions all the time.
Yeah, well, they make the decisions, and usually the parents are with them to help advise them make the decision. It's ultimately up to the kid.
You just don't know what they're being told either. I tell that story all the time about Chad Wilson. Chad Wilson's one of the great quarterbacks at Wayne County High School. He was an option quarterback. He had an offer to go to be Georgia Southern, be the next Tracy Ham at Georgia Southern. And he was sitting there telling me that George was telling me he's going to be the starting quarterback at Georgia. And I sat on his porch and said, Chad, I bleed red and black. I'm playing quarterback at Georgia.
Yeah, go to Southern where you can make a difference.
He said, well, that's what they told me. I said, I don't care who's telling you, they're lying to you. Somebody's lying.
Don't believe him. Go to Southern and be a starting quarterback.
Play quarterback. You're going to have to go to Southern. You can't go. And sure enough, the first day he got up there, he never saw the field as a quarterback.
He could have transferred the next year, though.
Even defensive back.
Yeah, he could have transferred the next year if he wanted to. You're listening to the world famous Butch and
Bob. Not doing bad, said he's got a nice career. Had a good time in Athens.
Yeah.
So sometimes just where you want to be.
All right. You're listening to the world famous Butch and Bob show here on WIFO 105.5 FM in Jessup. Kind of an open line Monday here. If you have any questions or comments or anything on your mind, if you've got an upcoming event you'd like to promote, we'll be glad to do that for you. 912-427-3711, 912-427-3711. You can text us with that question, comment, upcoming event, or whatever.
I would love to see Malik Jackson play quarterback somewhere.
Oh, yeah, that'd be great. I'd love to see him at Southern.
I mean, he was just electric.
Oh, yeah.
To play quarterback. No
doubt about it.
Malik the Freak. I mean, he was just fun to watch quarterback.
Malik the Freak.
Great talent.
Is tonight the night of the annual meeting of the Historical Society? I'm trying to remember if that's what they said. Usually they meet on a Monday night. You can't remember. I can't remember either. If tonight, if anybody's listening who's part of the Historical Society, and you're having your annual meeting, could you confirm that it is tonight at Western Sizzlin? Dinner at 6 and show at 7, or meeting at 7. And I think it's tonight, but I'm not positive. With their annual meeting with
I thought the ARF meeting was tonight. The lady was in here last week. The
ARF meeting. That's what I was thinking of. ARF meeting, not Historical Society, but ARF meeting. It's the ARF meeting tonight.
ARF meets tonight.
Okay, thanks for correcting me there. The ARF meeting is tonight. The annual meeting, the ARF at Western Sizzlin Dutch dinner, where you go there and eat at 6, and then the annual meeting will begin at 7. And an interesting topic is veterinarian Clint Hall, Bo Hall, here in town, is going to talk about how humans and dogs became best friends.
That's
the history of that.
Right. She was in here last week.
Right. So the ARF meeting tonight. ARF meeting, not Historical, but ARF meeting tonight, Monday night, at Western Sizzlin, their annual meeting. Okay? So if you're interested in going, and just show up between 6 and 7. If you want to eat, show up about 6. The meeting starts at 7, and they'll talk about that, and then Bo Hall will talk about that. That would be an interesting subject. Actually, it'd be interesting to have Bo come on the Butch and Bob show and talk about that. Not everybody able to make it to the meeting, but it'd be interesting to have Bo come on and talk about what he's talking about tonight. Maybe I can line that up.
Very good. Man's best friend.
I just love them. I got 2 dogs myself, and I just love them. They just look at you with them eyes like, I love you, Daddy. And when are you going to feed me? Yeah. And walking with them and just spending time with them. And they love to be petted and hugged. They don't like to be sprayed down with flea and tick spray. They don't like that at all, especially my coon dog. I mean, he hates that. And I do that ever so often. Most of the time that I give them either the pills or I put the little spray stuff from a little tube. I put the tube stuff on the back of their back between the shoulders on the skin that absorbs into their skin and into the bloodstream. So when fleas bite them, the fleas die. And that's about the best way of doing it. But enjoy both my dogs. I got a young coon dog who's just I should call him Tigger because he bounces around all the time. And then I've got about 11-year-old lab who's just a cranky old man, to Doobie. He's a cranky old man to Doobie, but to me, he's just as lovable as ever. But it'll be interesting to hear why dogs and humans became friends. Looked out for each other, If you've got a dog that is very protective, people don't want to mess with that owner. Yeah. And so it'd be interesting to find out about that. All right, Big Dog Country Radio, WIFO 105.5 FM in Jessup. If you have any questions or comments at all, you can text those in at 912-427-3711, 912-427-3711. Text those in right now. It'll pop up on our screen here. We'll be glad to answer that question or relay that comment. All right, free application day. Here's a text that just came in. Free application day is June 22nd at Coastal Pines Technical College. Come apply for fall semester for free. So free application day is June 22nd at Coastal Pines Technical College. Come apply for fall semester for free. Okay? One of our great assets for this area, Coastal Pines Technical College. And can you think about all the kids and adults also, how many people, men and women, they have helped through the years since the college opened up in the early 90s, that have helped these people go to great careers, whether it be to nursing or office work or all the mechanical stuff, electrician, mechanic, all that kind of stuff.
Tomorrow on the Butch and Bob show, they're going to be talking about the alternative school. So the people in charge of that will be on hand. There's about 70-some kids already signed up for it, so that'll be the topic tomorrow if you're on the Butch and Bob show.
Is that a charter school or alternative school?
It's the alternative school.
Alternative school is a way for students who don't want to get a GED. They're not in high school anymore. They'd rather have a high school diploma. Of course, they can't go back to high school, and they want more than just a GED, and they can go to this alternative school for X amount of time and get that high school diploma.
Exactly.
And that will start in August.
But the people in charge that'll be here tomorrow tell you all about it. So
I can't wait for to hear what they've got to say.
They've not had any problem finding students that are enrolled.
No, I'm sure they hadn't. And it could be of any age. It could be, in the upper teens all the way up into the 30s, I imagine.
That was the question when they discussed at the board meeting. Would there be enough interest? But apparently there's a lot of interest in that alternative school. So they're not having any trouble finding students that are willing to go back to get that high school diploma, which is something that, it's nice to have that second opportunity.
Yeah.
Because like I said, a lot of kids drop out for various reasons. So this is a chance for them to come back and, like I said, go back to school and get the high school diploma. But they'll be in the studios tomorrow to tell us all about what's taking place and how it's set up and how many students they have enrolled.
Well, many jobs or colleges and even the service, you have to have a high school diploma and not a GED. So it opens up some more doors for folks. Doesn't mean that a GED is not a good thing to get. It's just that means there's some jobs, colleges, and areas of service, the Air Force, Marines, Navy, that you got to have that high school diploma. Well, Bob, we're out of time. Anything else on your mind this morning?
Just a reminder of the banquet tonight. Again, tickets are available at the door, $15. It is a steak menu, so come on out and have a great time tonight.
The baseball banquet. Right. And the guest speaker is?
Wade Odom.
Wade Odom. All right, Bob. Have a good day. All right, the world-famous Butch and Bob Show brought to you by Mike Birch Ford in Blackshear, by Jessup Premium Storage out here on the Waycross Highway, by Republic Services, and also brought to you by Murphy Builder Supply, located on Northeast Broad Street here in Jessup. 8:30 on this Monday morning, the 12th day of June. Right now, we're going to check in the latest news from Fox News Radio.
It's hard changing the status quo. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. That's what Ivanka Trump tells Fox.
There's a level of viciousness that I was not expecting.
This has her father still mired in the Comey controversy days after the fired FBI director testified about his meetings with President Trump. Fox's Rachel Sutherland live in Washington.
Dave, President Trump has offered to testify under oath about his conversations with former FBI Director James Comey. Senate Democratic leader Chuck Schumer says that can be arranged.
I think we could work out a way that it could be dignified, public, with questions.
Republican Senator Lindsey Graham had this message for President Trump on CBS Face the Nation.
Mr. President, let's don't make a circus out of your presidency. If you want to come to the Judiciary Committee and testify under oath, we'll put Comey right by you.
Attorney General Jeff Sessions is expected to testify before the Senate Intelligence Committee tomorrow, but his testimony may be behind closed doors. Dave.
Rachel, the attorneys general from Maryland and Washington, D.C., both Democrats, plan to sue President Trump today. The Washington Post reports they'll allege he's violating the Constitution, accepting millions of dollars in payments and benefits from foreign governments. There was a vigil at 2 a.m. in Orlando, Florida, remembering the Pulse nightclub massacre, the worst terror attack since 9/11.
I pledge my allegiance to Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi Hafidullah on behalf of the Islamic State.
That's when police moved in. They shot him dead, but he had killed 49 people. Angel Cologne was shot in the leg and then got trampled to the floor in the mad rush to escape.
He's shooting everyone that's already dead on the floor, making sure they're dead.
The ensuing investigation would reveal Mateen to be both a radicalized jihadist and perhaps struggling with his own sexuality. His widow is charged with helping him plot his attack. In Miami, Eben Brown, Fox News.
Closing arguments are today in Minnesota. The manslaughter trial of the police officer who shot and killed a black man at a traffic stop last year. Fox News, fair and balanced.
Big Dog Country Radio, WIFO, 105.5 FM in Jessup. And, of course, that is the latest news from Fox News Radio. We are your Fox News radio station for Southeast Georgia. Fair and balanced Fox News heard just about every single hour right here on 105.5 FM in Jessup. Well, are you out there looking for that Georgia Dermatology and Big Dog Country cash can? We finished up our second week last Friday, and the first week's clues and the second week's clues are on our website at bigdogcountry.com. And we started with our third week's clues this morning at 7:10, and they will be again today at 12:50, 3:03, and 5.